Fantastic.
Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to my Banished Let's Play. Now a few years have passed since last episode. You can see that our stockpile here is starting to fill up with some things. Our second mine is in progress, so now we've got some iron being mined as well as the coal. And our chicken pens are both nearly 37 of 34. Oh, we need to do some slaughtering. Both our chicken pens are full, so things are looking good. We've got some houses coming along here. Really, ideally, we need more than that. But yeah, town's going good. We've got some problems down here. The blacksmith, he's not blacksmithing at the moment, but I want to move him. Because the blacksmith, he needs iron, logs, and we're going to get him onto... and he needs coal as well. All of that, iron and coal, is produced here. So really, I feel the blacksmith should be there. It's a prime location for the blacksmith. Why is he not over there? What we'll do is we'll move it. We'll move it just by building a new one. Let's see. Buildy. Blacksmith. That's a tailor. There we are, a blacksmith. Just going to head over here. We'll put it right next to the stockpile, facing the mines. So let's get that rotated. I'm going to leave a bit of a gap just there. But there we go. It's in. So, what's next? Well, I don't know. I mean, we just need to get the houses up to try and get the population up. The population has now grown to 66 adults. We haven't got a lot of berries for production of alcohol, but stored logs is good, firewood's good, food's good, tools not so great, but we're getting there. Lots of sheep with what's this? It's a crop field, but with no workers. That's fine. All these stone houses are coming along quite nicely. We have 2 labourers and a... What's that mean? Oh, I see. We're not killing sheep because our food limits. We're maxed out on our food. Cool. And we're also going to be building at some point the boarding house, just in case we have a population problem like previous. But overall, we're doing quite well. Now, one of the things I wanted to do before the end of the series is build a church. Now, whether you think a town needs a chapel or a church or not, Banished certainly does. So I'm thinking if we get that to line up with the middle of the graveyard, put it as close to the water's edge as we can. There we go. That's going to be a lot of stone. 130. How much stone have we got? 0. Perfect. Oh well, never mind. How many fisheries have we got going at the minute? I think it's just the 2 now. I think we got rid of the 3rd one last episode, didn't we? So overall, we're looking pretty cozy. Workers are coming through now. Ideally, I think we need 2 people on each crop fields, but we'll get there. We'll get there with that. Let's just do that. There we go. Still got to... Right, let's zoom forward a little bit. We're going to go fasty forwardy goodness. Brilliant. 10 times speed. We want things to really race on. So, we're in year 41, I think. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. We've got 1 house down here that needs to be completed. We're just missing some stone. Originally, I was going to build another production node here, but I don't think our town needs it. We're getting enough things being produced as it is. We've got people dying of old age. We've still got 2 labourers. Only 1 builder, though. Maybe we could do with changing the amount of builders, but how much stone? Oh my goodness, look at all that stone. That's quite a lot of stone building up there. Okay, yeah, maybe we can just... How many miners have we got? We have 3 miners. So we've got 2 miners in there and 1 miner in there. Let's bring that down. So we're going to have 1 miner in there, 1 miner in... Hang on a minute. Overdid it. There we are, 2 miners. So we've got 1 in each of there. We've only got 1 labourer now, but let's just cut down a number of stone cutters. Let's bring that down to 1 for a minute. I know we needed the stone, but it's nice to have the labourers to move things around. With all that stone that was stacking up there, these houses should be getting a bit more built soon, and the crops are going to be coming through. So that's good. Everything's going well. So it's a matter of just maintaining things. You can see where I initially wanted to put a stone quarry in and then changed my mind. I really wished that you could get rid of that somehow. We're a little bit low on logs, so at this point I'm just going to say all these on the edge of town, get rid of them. They sneak into town every now and then. Let's get rid of that one. Get rid of these two. Get rid of a few of these trees round here. There we go. See how things go there. And around the edge of town over here as well. Let's just clean them up. There we are. That should give a boost to the local economy in terms of stored logs. And now that we've got... I think it's warm coats, isn't it? At the tailor. Yeah, now we've got warm coats and the houses are turning to stone. And we're burning coal instead of firewood a little bit. Our firewood is building up, so that's nice. And houses are getting built as well. Brilliant. It's looking good. So, overall, it's, yes, things are going quite well. Just caught the pause button there. I do want that blacksmith to move. I don't know why there's only... Okay, so we've got 2 miners there. There we go, that's better. Somebody else died, old age. I think we've only had like 1 or 2 people die from not old age. Once all these buildings here are built, we'll start building these ones. Oh, we've got somebody at the trading post. Iron tools. No thanks, go away. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a load of people. Where are you going? Whoa, 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 wait. What are you doing? Oh, they're nomads. Just passing through, I'm guessing. Wow, I don't ever remember seeing nomads just wandering by. Oh well. Okay, so we've currently got 2 labourers. Food is fine, so what we're going to do is we're going to come away from fish. It's not very efficient. We're going to turn off all the fish. Gatherers, max. Herdsmen should be 8. So we've got 2 here, 2 here. Yep. 2 there and 2 there. Brilliant, yes. Farmers should be 8 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's the right number of farmers. Hunters are maxed out. Woodcutters are 2. Really, that's fine for this late stage of the game, so that's good. Foresters were down by 1 for some reason, don't know why. Blacksmiths and everything's all good. How many teachers have we got? We've got 12 students in the schoolhouse. That's okay at the minute. Oh my goodness, look at all that wood. I don't think I've had so much wood in a long time. Loads of people are dying of old age, but it's okay. I'm sure lots of children have been born. Population's down to 61. Ooh, that's not so good. We've got a couple, an old couple living in there. Quite a young couple living in there. Quite a young couple with a child there. A labourer died of old age. Now I'm tempted to like put one of those labourers to builder. There we are. So we've got 2 builders now. Now hopefully removing all those people off the fish means that we're going to have more people to do building and moving and resource gathering. I do want to get the quarry racked back up, so let's get stone cutters back to 3 for now. Let's have a look, see what our population's been like. We can find out at the town hall, I think. Here we go, look, graphs. So you can see the overall population in yellow is going down. And that's because the number of adults is going down, but the number of children has risen slightly. We've started to have students again. Oh, we just got a lot of people dying of old age. This is not good. Oh, this is no. Oh, that's it. Stop. We have no labourers. How have we got into a position where we've got no labourers? Right. You. What do you want? You're selling stone. I'm not really interested in any of your wares. We're pretty self-sufficient. Actually, seeing as we're self-sufficient, we can turn off the trading post and get rid of our trader. There we are. We've got our labourer back. We've got a couple of little bridges in. That's quite nice. This house still needs building. But it looks like all the wood's been gathered up quite nicely. I'm not going to dismantle the fisheries because in case all the food starts dropping, we've got a couple of children being born. We're down to 58. See, I was thinking that we were going to get a nice population explosion starting at the beginning of the episode. And whilst I think we are going to get a population explosion, I think we're still going to finish off this dip before we rise. I would love to be able to see a lot more children being born. So we've got 1, 2, 3 lots of houses there. 4. We're coming up to 5 lots of houses, which should be able to hold 100 people nearly. But then you've got children as well. I'm not taking that into account with houses. Although you want them in pairs, but you want people in pairs, because then with people in pairs like these guys, they'll see. Look, we've got a herdsman on his own, although he's an elder herdsman. There, I've got a couple of young people. We've got a labourer and a gatherer. Maybe they can have a child. We've got a hunter on his own, a couple of farmers. See, we've got a young farmer on their own there now. We don't want any more houses, because that's actually going to make our population worse by people being on their own. We've got a few people becoming labourers, so we've got a farmer and a child there, a stonecutter on his own, a herdsman on their own. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I think it's going to turn around. So what we'll do is we'll cut it right there. We'll let the town run for a little while longer, not much, and we'll see how the population changes over time. Well, folks, it didn't take too long. I only took about 4, maybe 5 years, and we now have reached that magic 100 in population. Now, most of our firewood's gone and people are still dying of old age, but we've pretty much got there. I've got rid of the what was this thing? The blacksmiths. That's right, the blacksmiths isn't there anymore. It is now over here. I felt this was a much better place for the blacksmiths, right next to the mines. It's going to have all the material it needs. You can see, look, we've got tools. Well, we haven't got many tools. The reason we haven't got many tools is because the blacksmith had to move from one place to another, and we was quite low anyway. But the blacksmith is starting to get on top of things. I also built a second schoolhouse because the number of students rose up to 20. That has now dropped, though. A lot of them have recently become labourers, so I'm hoping that that's going to go quite well. Now, it looks like we've lost our tavernier, or a brewer. We lost our brewer, so we'll put our brewer back in and make some stuff. Got some berries there. We're getting lots of children being born still. If we look at the graph has jumped now, so we can see our population has gone across that 100 mark. It'd be nice if I could make this bigger on the screen. Tell you what, I'll do it in the edit. There we go, a nice big graph. So you can see here over the last 5 years that the population of children and students have grown from very low levels, around the kind of 2 to 5 mark, up to the 25 mark. And as such, the green line that was starting to dip has now started to rise, and I think it's just going to continue rising and rising. That yellow mark showing our total population is now above 100. I'm quite happy that we managed to get to 100. It's worked. There's been a few things along the way. We had a twister, but it missed the town. We've had some tool shortages. We've had food shortages. Still need to finish the boarding house. So what I'll do is I'll just unpause the building of that. We'll also unpause the building of the chapel. They're the last things to be built. We've got people keep visiting the trading post, but there's no need for them to do that at all. I'm thinking about demolishing the trading post because it's just getting annoying now, and there's a lot of resources in there that we could take out of it. 26 children now we're up to. Students are still growing. A lot of the farms are starting to fail. The food is looking pretty good. We've now got 9 farmers working on that. Still neither of the fishing huts in operation at the moment. I kind of feel like I should have a couple of fishermen just to get rid of those question marks. Definitely need lots of berries. Now the leather and wool from this tailor comes from both these two areas here, so the fact that it's in the middle near the market, that's probably quite good. This barn for me should probably be in a more central position, but it's not too bad. It's near all the food areas, so that's fine. We've managed to get 6 people down the mines now, so we've got 4 people digging for coal and 2 people digging for iron. We haven't managed to create a surplus of that yet, but it's doing okay. It's doing alright. Stone cutting's going okay as well. Again, no surplus. Tools and firewood again are still low, but that's just we've got a massive population now that we're feeding with these things. I feel like we do need to get another woodcutter in, so let's do that right this moment. So woodcutter, where shall I put a woodcutter? Well, a lot of the wood's over here or over there. Originally I took one out of the centre of town because I didn't like it being there, but I feel like it's a good place for it to be between these 2 woodcutting areas. Perhaps here on the edge of the market would be a good place for a woodcutter. I can imagine the 8 stone and 24 logs won't take long to come together at all. We've also got 2 builders on the go now, so I'd expect this area here to get sorted pretty quick. So look, there's all the logs in there already. Stone still a little bit tight on. Now we've got 4 labourers. I'm wondering if we could come over here and maybe mine some stone. Let's have a look. Stone, collect stone. We could come here and get that. We could get that, but there's no point really. We've got a quarry. It's doing its job. We've only got 1 house left here. I'm sure it will be fine. So let's gather those resources up, build those last buildings, and take a look, see what it looks like. Well, here we go, folks. The last building going in for the town. The chapel is being built. It's 77% complete already. It's got all the stone, all the iron, because I've managed to increase stonecutters to 9. Our population just keeps going up and up. We'll have a look at that in a minute. But as you can see here, I don't know how many builders we got on it, whether it's 1 or 2, but that looks like ruins to me at the moment. But I'm pretty sure it won't be ruins sometime soon. Let's just move that there and have a good look at it as it pops up. There we go. I don't remember seeing a chapel being built any time. What? I can't remember if I did one in my last Let's Play. Oh, there it is! Fantastic! And such a nice, neat little building it is too. Well, let's just go now. Pull back on that. Oh, hang on. We need somebody. We'll need a cleric to get inside. There we are. We've now hired a cleric. Let's go to our town hall here. You can see that our population is now just under, it's about 120. Number of students and children resting around the 25 mark or just under. So population's going good. 73 adults we've got now. I'm worked out with this village 9, 9, 9, 9 and 9. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lots of 9. That means we can really comfortably have 5 lots. Or do I double it? Yes. So we can have. I've got 45 buildings which means we can have about 90 adults. So it works quite nicely, but it doesn't 100% work out like that, because you end up with older people that don't want it and children living in different places, and you end up with a few more houses than that. But it gives you a rough guide. The boarding house is finished. It's not really required that much because we've got plenty of housing, and our third woodcutter's in because our population just got so big that we really needed it. Stone is starting to stack up, iron is starting to stack up, tools is starting to stack up, even coal is starting to stack up. The only thing that isn't is the tavern, and I don't think there's anything. No, because we can't grow anything that is required there. Let's have a look. We can grow cabbage and pepper. We could have an apple orchard. That might be a good way to finish things off with that. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's finish things off by going like this. We're going to go trees. We'll have no, not a forester's lot. Can we not have? Oh, I see. Yes, we have to use one of these farmlands, don't we? Let's see. Herbalist, no. Oh no, orchard. There it is. Right. Let's use this space here for an orchard. So I'm thinking we do something. Just leave a gap there. Leave a gap. Oh, it's too large. Oh, there we are. Perfect size for an orchard. We're going to have... Oh, walnut. Well, that's no good. I can't have walnut. You can't use walnuts. Can you use... No, you can't use walnuts. Ah, we might have to do a tradery thing. But we got an award. We got the Builder Award. Not quite sure why we got that. Probably because we built at least one of everything. So, with our population over 100 and building one of everything and having a very nice, very stable setting here. I mean, I'm even going to restart having a trader at the trading post. Let's have a look. Potato seeds. Can we make potato? We can't make potato ale. Go orders. Anything we can use to make ale. So I think plum, pear, cherry, any of those. Yeah, that'll do. Come back another time. And not stop work. Unstop work. How do we? There we are. Work. Brilliant. Wow. Well, there we go. What are you doing? What's your problem? You are a citizen. You're picking up resources. You're a question mark. Why are you a question mark? Because you didn't have a job? I don't know. Perhaps it might be time to have more houses upgraded to stone. Let's do a few of them. Keep the builders busy. We'll only do a few at once, otherwise people, I think... I don't know if they become homeless, actually. These get ripped down and new ones get put in. I'm not sure, but overall, I'm very happy with this. Very happy indeed. I hope you've really enjoyed this series. I've enjoyed playing this game. I do enjoy Banished. I don't know whether I'll be doing it in the future. If I do, it'll be later in the future, and if I do, it will also be modded. We won't do another vanilla Let's Play. But from me, all of these deceased citizens and the ones that are alive as well, I bid you farewell. Oh, and the sheep and the chickens. All the people, all the animals bid you farewell from Hellishville, and we will see you sometime soon, another episode. Remember to check out my website for my schedule, events, giveaways, and all of that sort of thing, and I will see you then. Goodbye for now.